What a doozy, boy. We're here with another live stream for you guys today and another transfer live stream. Obviously, new news comes out. That's another day, another new news. A bit of recycled news like usual, obviously. But we've got two major key updates, including De Ligt and Ziyech. And there's a lot of other news as well. So let's roll the intro and let's get into today's stream. Let's get into And we're back, guys, with another stream. 2 days in a row. And today, obviously, new news discussing De Ligt, Ziyech, Rabiot. There's some new news, a lot of exclusive news, guys. So stay tuned for that. And obviously, it's another day. If you guys haven't already, guys, do join, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We hit 10 likes before we even start the stream, which is great. So I appreciate everyone for doing that. We're making some advancements this this morning. There are some advancements, which is good. We're still monitoring FC. However, next week is set to be heard as a watch out for Chelsea. Probably next week is Chelsea's week. So we'll see if the monitoring and the interesting and all that comes into hand next week. But let's say how to chat, and then we'll dive into the first bit of news that we have for today. We got Keller first in. He says, good move, I'm assuming for De Ligt, which is a great. But however, we got Newsflash. We up to Newsflash, who says he does not want De Ligt, and De Ligt is another Maguire. I've said this, and I say if you want to know a player, how De Ligt plays, it's like Maguire in the Premier League. And people will come in and they Maguire is not a bad defender. He's playing at a horrible form in a horrible team that's surrounded by. Obviously, he's a shit defender. He's not the best, but he's not the worst defender as people make him out to be. He was decent for Leicester. He's nowhere near worth 80 million. He's a 35, 30 million player, but he's still a Premier League player. So if you look at that, De Ligt is a better player than him in every aspect, but he has similar qualities to the way he plays. De Ligt is an old school defender. Maguire has those same aspects where they'll get the ball and they clear it, or that's the main objective, is to get the ball. That's like De Ligt. However, De Ligt does it 1,000 times better. I refer to him as Chiellini. He's another Chiellini, but a lot of people never watched Chiellini, which is surprising to me. But Chiellini is an exact replica of De Ligt. However, I think De Ligt has a lot more leadership at the young age. Chiellini never had that. When he 26, 27, then he started to get that leadership in him. But De Ligt has that leadership. He wants to win. Juventus, he's kind of been deflected from a lot of that. He's been moved away from that winning mindset because Juventus is a very bad club to go to these days. After 2015, 2016, when Ronaldo joined was the year they just kind of turned over and they weren't very modern and they turned into you could say, like a Barcelona or something where they were just there for the money. And a lot of players don't work out at Juventus. So De Ligt was one of them, but he's still a great player with great aspects. And I've always said this: the way he plays is like Maguire. It's true, but he's much better than him. The point is where he'll get the ball and he'll clear it. That's his objective. He'll go in for a slight tackle. No one's going to win a 1-on-1 against De Ligt. Like, he comes in the Premier League, he's going to be better than Van Dijk's record of a 1v1 if he gets in that form. That's the point I'm saying with De Ligt. De Ligt is an old school defender. Hasn't agreed. It's fake. He has agreed to leave Juventus, and Chelsea are the team coming in for him. If we're the team coming in for him, which at the moment, he's going to come and choose us. Big up to Hano, who says, hopefully it's true. Got Kevin. Big up to Kevin. Hope you are well, Kevin. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Big up to Liam. It's all going good. Another day on the transfer news. Hope you're well, Liam. Let me know your thoughts on this as well. Still monitoring on the situation. Advancement FC from Concierge. We're in Advancement FC. We're making some more progress. It's not big, but it's there. De Ligt is a massive upgrade, but I'm saying they have similar qualities Like Maguire has the same style. Like if you say, I can't even say that because people go, oh, but Maguire shit. Maguire is not the worst defender. He's shit, but he's not bad. He has the qualities of De Ligt, where his aspect is to get the ball and clear it. It's not running, it's not shooting, it's not getting a great overball. It's just to get the ball and get it out. That's the same mindset De Ligt has. De Ligt has that same mindset. He'll get the ball, he'll get it out. He learned that at Ajax, but he's formalized it more with Chiellini next to him. We've all seen that one clip of him going in for that slide tackle. He's done that 1,000 times at Ajax. 1,000 times. That's the player he is, you know? So if we get it for a good price, which I think we are, like I remember for 80 million, 300k a week, I said I think it's too much. I think now we're getting a good price for him. Bring him in. It's not true. I think I already read that. Chiellini, you think De Ligt is like Chiellini? He learned off Chiellini. He was playing with Chiellini for 2 to 3 years. Uh, but he has that same mentality as Chiellini. Chiellini is an old school defender. De Ligt's an old school defender like Maguire. Where, as I said, they'll get the ball, they'll clear it. That's the Chiellini. Bonucci's a different style. But Bonucci's more of a calmer defender. He's very modern. He has his old aspect, but he's very modern. And one defender now is the Kounde, is a Rudiger, where you get the ball, you're more calm on it, you pass it, you're better at the ball, you get better ball technique. These old school defenders, like for me, I see De Ligt as an old school defender, like Chiellini, who just get the ball. These guys just going for any tackle. They'll get the ball, they fucking boot it 60 meters. It's just to get the ball out. Or obviously they're not gonna just clear the ball, but they're not the best on their feet. But they're still good. But like their strength is just defense, 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 defense. That's what De Ligt is. Big up to Nippon. Hope Nippon, you're well. Nippon, do you want De Ligt in or out? Let me know your thoughts. Kevin says we don't want De Ligt Serie A hype. I think there is a bit to that. I'll be honest, he does have that bit of a hype standing next to him. Young guy. Like the whole Ajax team, like De Jong, Van de Beek, him. Remember when they all kind of came out? It was that whole transfer thing where they all left that same season. Um, there is a bit around that, but I don't think it's the Serie A hype. I think it's still with the Ajax hype. I think he's still got the Ajax hype in him. I don't think it's any Serie A hype. I think it's genuinely the Ajax hype he had from 3 years ago, whatever he joined. He left then. I think it's still that hype from 2019. So I don't think it's really a Serie A hype. He has been like not even the best at the Serie A. That's why Juventus dropped his price because that's why he dropped his own release clause because he wanted him to leave. So the league dropped his own release clause, that made Juventus drop his wages. Sorry, but he hasn't been the best in Juventus. That's why I've said Juventus are turned very modern, where these players they come in internationally and they don't play as well as they're hyped up to be. So he's still got those great qualities. It's just that can we bring the Ajax De Ligt to the Premier League? That's what we have to do. Because he wasn't the worst in Juventus, but he wasn't that outstanding defender he was at Ajax. Ziyech, that's what that. Yeah, Ziyech Ajax have expired as well. Like we still even use that. Like even I use that. Like he's remember Ziyech at Ajax? That could still happen. That never happened. But we'll talk Ziyech soon as well. Nipper says he can be a bit of a bozo, and again that's the quality that comes with a old school defender. They're very rough. They're very very rough. They're very the tackles are not happy. Training, they still take it 100%. They'll come in for a slide tackle, even on their own players. Like, that's the old school defender, and he has that mentality in him. And that's something we need right now. We need something with that urgency, who wants to win. And he really wants to win these trophies. So we'll see what happens. But we'll get into more of the news soon. We're talking Rabiot now. Frank Carlo comes out saying Adrian Rabiot is destined to come to the Premier League, and he's saying, would we take him at Chelsea? I want to know your thoughts, guys. Rabiot to Chelsea. For me, I do not want him at Chelsea. I think he is garbage. I remember him at the PSG days. He wasn't there with Juventus. It was decent, but he still was never there. You can see my comment here. Finnish player standards have dropped, and I think on the point of that, my standards have dropped. Our standards have dropped from midfield. Like remember, we were in for Tushimeni. Like this was a world class player. We were in for our midfield. Now we're like looking at Rabiot. It's like what? Like where did that come from? Like even like the Rice. Like Rice is nowhere near compared to Rabiot. It's like Rabiot is on a different level. This guy is garbage. and there is no way he succeeds at our club. I don't know what position he is. I swear he's an eight. I swear he's an eight anyway. It's like he's gonna be nothing. I remember France. Was he in the World Cup team? He plays a. I don't know. Wait, hang on. Let me look at Juventus. I give. So where did he play? Because obviously they got a. I don't even know if they have a stacked midfield anymore. Locatelli is still there. So they played a 3-5-2, and he played on the left hand side of Locatelli, and he scored 0 goals. I mean, I'm not even looking at him like as a scout. I'm just looking at him to see how shitty stats are. Because Locatelli is a CDM. That's a CDM that we can look at if we want Juventus. But he is not a CDM. That's the thing. I never saw him as a CDM. I thought he was more of a kind of a Kante looking player, maybe a box to box. So yeah, he's more of one of those like quadrados. Like he plays kind of on that winger side more. It's more of a left mid position. Poor man, Jono. He is. He's a Shelby. Like he is. Power Club ASAP. Just French Jono Shelby. Nipping with the minerals. As a Twitter, if Tuchel wants him, that's good enough for me. He would obviously have a special job in mind for him, but I have a feeling it's only rumors. Yeah, I just saw underneath as well just now. And you have a point there. Obviously, if Tuchel wants him, like, we could have a discussion there, but I don't think Tuchel wants him. Obviously, the PSG situation was that PSG cut him out for some reason. I'm not too sure why. And Tuchel kind of was upset because I think he wanted to use him in his projects. But, PSG did not want him, and I was a bit confused why. Uh, I don't know if there's some off the pitch drama going there, but it wasn't that Tuchel didn't like him; it was the board that cut him off. But I don't think Tuchel goes for him. Like, is that how much we've dropped our standards for a midfielder? Like, again, if it's the same thing with Rice, if Tuchel wants Rice or Rabiot, all right, bring him in. But I'm not going to be happy with it. Like, obviously, but I'm not making the final decisions. I'm just giving my opinion on it. How about yeah? We don't want him. Like, I don't think he's at our standard. Like, I don't know. I don't know why we're interested in him. If we're going to be interested in any Juventus midfielder, Locatelli would be our best bet. I don't even mind Arthur, but I don't remember if Arthur's a CDM. I don't remember. Because I remember him in Barcelona. He was killing it at Barcelona. But yeah, he's a DM. Yeah, he's a DM. See, he was. I remember watching Barcelona. He was very good at Barcelona. Um, um, but he left with that sketchy move, the Pjanic money laundering move. That was very sketchy. Actually, no, that came out. That was a money laundering move with Rabiot, Pjanic, and Arthur will block Bakayoko. Oh, yeah. Oh, Bakayoko. He's coming back. He's coming back for this preseason. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. He's coming back for this preseason. I can't wait to see him with Minerals Mount. Him too. Them two are going to be fantastic. Last women Tuchel made players that were put under lamps into better players. I always have that in mind. Like I always have that in the back of my mind. But I look at it and I go, yeah, we can go for these bad players, but wouldn't we want players who are good now? Like, so we don't need to bring in these bad players and then, oh, inshallah, Tuchel can turn it over. It's like, that's obviously a great factor he can do, but I would personally go for a player that's that's good, and then Tuchel can turn him into a great. Like, Rabiot is at the level of absolute garbage. But if we're talking a good midfielder, like a good midfielder will be a Declan Rice. But 75 million, 100 million for Declan Rice is unbelievable. Coach, big up to coach. He says no Juventus players. I agree at the point. Like Juventus, their players aren't good in a sense. However, like there are good qualities in those players. De Ligt, great qualities. Locatelli, great players. Great qualities. Utter, great qualities. Can these players execute in the Premier League? I think De Ligt can. You know, he was He was the captain at Ajax at 20. Like I don't know, people think, but that was quite a big deal. So you could say it's a big achievement. So I would personally bring him in. If for as I've always said for De Ligt, it has to be for a good price, and I think 60 million euros is a great price. 120 million for Kounde and De Ligt, that's fantastic. But we'll get into De Ligt in a second on the transfer because there is a different transfer route we can go through. But what other Juventus players are there? Let me think. I'm just gonna look at the team. De Ligt, Rugani, Aas, Vlahovic. Oh, Morata's still there. I thought he left. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Jeez, they were kind of low this season. They didn't have a lot of players. Why is Morata still there? I thought Morata left. Chiesa, ugh, his ass. Remember, guys, people want to pay 95 million for Chiesa, then he tore his ACL the week after. I would give, I wouldn't give Bakayoko a chance, man. Nah, I wouldn't give it to him. I think he needs to just go. Like he's one of those players that's like, yeah, you can just leave now. I don't know why he's still on our books still. I mean, no one wants him. Like AC Milan aren't gonna pay money for him. But please, someone come and get him. We don't want him. But he bought a lot of good players that were rubbish with us. But he didn't really turn around Werner. He didn't really turn around Lampard signings. Like he turned around our cannon, but not really Lampard signings. Who were Werner, Ziyech, and Havertz. Like he transformed, but he didn't make them world class. Like people would try him to be. Like he did not change Werner. He did not take Ziyech. They're both still shit. Pulisic as well. He didn't really get the best out of him, like we thought. Like he didn't get the best on the Lampard signings, but he got the best out of Lampard's squad, the squad we had. Because like again, who wants to work on the Lampard? Like half the players come out and say he was a shit manager, and the fans still deflect the point that he was a. I can't believe it. We've had now Kepa, Alonso, Jorginho, Rudiger, personally come out and say that Lampard was a bad manager, and how they were mistreated under him. And people still deflect the point that he's somehow a good manager. Guys, Lampard is one of the worst managers ever at Chelsea. Ever. It's a disgrace he came this early into the managerial rule. He ruined his chance of ever becoming a manager again. I never want to see him as a Chelsea manager. I'm sorry. He can develop at Everton, bring them from 15th to 16th, and then bring us from 3rd to 4th. It's like, yeah, great. They have club up. I mean, De Ligt is a quality we need. De Ligt is a massive quality, I think. I think De Ligt's a massive quality we need. It's just that, can we get the best out of him at Chelsea? That's the problem that I'm concerned with. But I'm highly likely he can do it. He has a mentality that he wants to win. He has a very rare mentality. As I said, he's an old school defender. We had Declan here. Big up to Declan. What you saying, Declan? De Ligt or Rabiot to Chelsea? What are you saying here? But we'll go over to De Ligt now. Now, this is the exclusive news where we've got. Obviously not exclusive. Everyone can see it. But I think this is a fantastic news. This is why I really want De Ligt. Chelsea plan to offer Timo Werner plus cash for De Ligt. Blues prepare to offer 25 million euros to 30 million euros plus Werner. But it is seen as too little. Juventus, they want more. De Ligt is keen on the move. Chelsea and Werner is keen on the move to Juve. This is fantastic. Using Werner in this move is fantastic. Fantastic. If we can maybe say 35 million in Werner, let's get it. Let's add the cash. Werner's values were nothing. We just need to get rid of him. That's his value. Getting rid of him. This will be the best move we can do. Is getting rid of Werner for De Ligt. That will really, really up our squad. And getting a bit of cash for Werner, great, even better. So for me, this is the best transfer we can get for the whole season. Getting rid of Werner, bringing in De Ligt. It takes one Deadwood attacker out and brings a new young star in. If De Ligt comes, he should be fighting for that captain badge. He will be the first one to get it in the next couple of years. I would even think of it maybe giving it to him, not this next season, the season after if he performs, because he's a real leader. De Ligt is a real leader. He will be, if you bring him in and he gets comfortable in a team, he's going to be the best leader we're going to have in that team. 100%. His mentality is through the roof. As I said, guys, I'm gonna repeat myself. De Ligt is an old school defender. These are so rare to find nowadays. And an old school defender has the quality of winning the fucking ball and getting the ball out and winning trophies and backing your teammates. That's what we need in a captain. And it's very rare to see. His mentality is through the roof. That's something we need. That's the main reason I want this guy. Because he's not also just that. It's not also he's a leader. That's a leadership quality. His tackles, his 1v1s. That's what we need. We need an old school defender just to win the ball. We don't need someone doing a centre back doing juggles and skills and being pregnant and coming back in the 9 months. No, we don't need Christensen. We need a real defender, and this is a real defender. He'll win. He'll put his leg out. He'll have one leg and he'll still go and win that ball. That's how committed he is to football. So I think he is the best move we can get for a defender. It's just the price, and I've always been cautious. I can't fucking speak of the price. Last season, I didn't want him because we were paying 80, 85 million for him, and I think that's way too much. But now we're looking at getting Werner out of it. Now we have a lot of the money. So I said, De Ligt would be great. I shouldn't mind Rabi on the cheap. Personally, I think Rabi's garbage. It just again, it's a Saul 2.0. Like it's just a Saul. De Ligt is a monster. He has that mentality exactly. He comes in and I think he automatically fights for that captain badge, 100%. Like, I mean, Aspie still has it, but next season, if Aspie say the next season, I think he hands it down to De Ligt because De Ligt, if he gets comfortable in a team and he has confidence in a team, everyone must be scared. Must be scared. Does De Ligt have the minerals? Though? This guy has more minerals than Mickey Mason Mount. Way more minerals. He's on the level with Reece James. He comes in, I can't even imagine him and James next to each other. Him, James, Kounde, Chilwell. Again, we get Kounde De Ligt. We're gonna go back to the best centre back pairing in the league. Even Koulibaly still matches out. Like I say yesterday, guys. I still wouldn't mind Koulibaly. I might still be on the verge of getting Koulibaly just for the price. But if we can afford De Ligt, get him in. Get him in. De Ligt's a way better player than Koulibaly, but Koulibaly is a fantastic player too. I've already debunked this fact. People have been saying it. KM, big up to KM Bryce. He says Dutch Maguire. Coach said De Ligt's another Maguire. And I've said this. He is. You're 100% right, guys. He is another Maguire. However, he has Maguire qualities. Not the level of Maguire, though. He does it 16,000 times better. You got to remember, guys, Maguire is not a bad defender. He's shit, yeah. He's not worth 80 million, yeah, but he's a Premier League defender. Obviously, very bad form. Remember he had that little run, I think 2020, like last season, just before the Euros. I know he had that small run, and he was playing very, very well. Obviously he's still shit, but the point is, yes, he has the same qualities as De Ligt because that's an old school defender mentality. Now, Maguire can't do it because he's garbage, but De Ligt can. De Ligt has the leadership. He has the tackles. You can't beat him in a one-on-one. He's not clumsy like Maguire, though. He's not clumsy. You take the clumsiness out of Maguire. Maguire's an average defender. Right now, he's a garbage for me. You take the clumsiness and the mistakes, those silly mistakes like that, putting his foot in another player's head. You take that out, he's an average defender. De Ligt is nowhere near Maguire, but he has similar qualities to him because they're both old school defenders. However, De Ligt does it much better than Maguire. I remember he's 22. He's gonna be a developing player. Like, guys, we mustn't forget this guy is like 22. He was the captain of Ajax. He won the Ajax league. He was in the he went to the semi-finals in the Champions League with Ajax. They came to Juventus. Did decent. I think they won the Serie A. He did decent, not the best, but let's look at the factors he did at Ajax when he was 19, 20. He's still 22. Our 22, Dijon Sterling, Ampadu. These guys haven't even looked at the Champions League before. This is a quality defender who's played high-level football very, very young. That's the difference between De Ligt and our academy players at the moment. Yeah, we don't have any. We don't have any centre backs to say that we don't have any centre backs to say that we have to. That fuck, I can't speak. We don't have any centre backs at the moment to even say we have. Okay, I'm moving on. I don't know what the fuck. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Liam kind of said it here. We need a centre back. Our whole back line has left to come. Yeah, that's what I meant. To show developing De Ligt into a monster defender, 100%. And if it's any player, any coach to do that, it's Tuchel. Remember, he's got Thiago Silva still next to him. Like, he's still got a quality centre back next to him. So I think De Ligt's not for everyone. I think De Ligt's not for everyone, but that's what you mean. I don't know if you're. I don't know. Be a bit more precise with what you say. Be up to Ankith. We got Ankith in the house. Ankith, let me know your thoughts on De Ligt. Do you want him in? Do you want him out? Let me know your thoughts. And everyone, we got 11 people in here. Let's all like the video right now, guys. We got 15 likes. Let's get to 20 likes right now. But I think Declan's talking about. Yeah, I'm going to repeat myself out. There's a category of defenders. It's called the old school defenders. An old school defender is a leader who goes in for any tackle and you can't beat him in a one-on-one. However, these old school defenders are not the best on the ball. That's an old school defender. You look at old school defender. Chiellini, De Ligt, Maguire. That's 3 names right there. Now, who does it very well? Chiellini, De Ligt. Maguire does not do that very well. But an old school defender is what we need. That's how I've categorized De Ligt as an old school defender. Being Tuchel's first choice says a lot. And yeah, I think he's more keen on it than Kounde at the moment. I'm not too sure if that's true, but I think Kounde's out. Must get both of them in for sure. De Ligt will fit in mildly well in this Chelsea, but chances of it in this window is weak from a big clause. Oh, so Anke says here that it might be a bit difficult to get him in. I think that might be a factor. I think that's always been the factor of getting him in, but he now wants to leave. So I'm not sure if you know Ankith, but De Ligt put his release clause from 120 million to 65. He dropped it. As a response, Juventus dropped his wages. And then they had a meeting about it. And the meeting did not go very well. There was a big argument. And De Ligt stormed out. So Juventus and De Ligt are not on good terms at the moment. And now he's come out saying that he wants to leave. He wants an out. That's why he dropped his release clause. And Juventus are now willing to do that because they're not happy with De Ligt either. So it's whoever comes with the best bet. Now, I think they want a player for it, hence why they want Werner, but they want that cash for it. I think they're going to ask for 45 to 40 million euros plus Werner, which would be valued at about 40 million and 20 cents. So I think that's a fantastic deal, and I think we should take that. I think Werner should be in the mix, which is great. Gets rid of our dead wood. Because remember, we still have to get rid of Werner. I'll talk about that next place soon. And maybe Hudson-Odoi. Like, what's up with Hudson-Odoi? Do we get him on loan? What do we do with him? I don't think he even I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe there might be a late, last minute loan for him. So we'll see what happens there. I'm just gonna see. We'll come back to De Ligt. I want to bring up this. That's a massive transfer. Ziyech, guys. Ziyech is now looking to leave. It's like Chelsea have held talks with AC Milan over selling Ziyech. Ziyech is available for transfer and would be open to joining, but an agreement must be found regarding the salary. Milan are discussing the matter internally and with the 29-year-old's agent. I think this is a time for him to leave. I think we're getting in possibly 2 attackers. He's looking at first team football because obviously there's a player from Morocco, so he wants the football. I think AC Milan would be great for him. I think we sell him. I think unfortunately we never got the best out of Ziyech. He was unfortunately quite bad for us, and I was a massive fan of Ziyech. It's very sad to see that he never showed his Ajax qualities at Chelsea. It wasn't more the injuries. I think it was a lot the confidence. He's a player who has the I don't give a fuck mentality. Really, like he just doesn't care. But you know, he just needed some. I need to put that effort and that energy on the pitch as well. Like he'll put it in his celebrations, and he just won't do anything on the pitch at times. So I think he just needed more energy on that pitch. There's just nothing there from him. So I think it's best we sell him. We get some money for him. Maybe 10. These Italian clubs up. They'll probably ask for 10 million, and then we'll be stupid enough to give it to them because obviously we somehow can't ever debate. Maybe with uh, the new staff in the transfer room can hopefully get more money for him, like Marina never did. But these Italian clubs, they're going to offer quite low, maybe 10, 15 million, and then stupidity. I think he's probably worth 15 to 20, but we'll see what happens there. So do you guys want to see Ziyech in or out? Obviously, there's still going to be a lot of news from someone fake, some fake account, not fake account, but some journalist came out and said he went to Leeds. That Leeds were interested in him, which was rubbish. I don't think we signed for Leeds because he was a player that we just knew wasn't ready for the Premier League. We just knew he wasn't ready. But yeah, Barcelona have offered £18 million for Ousmane Dembele. Once that figure after tax, €18 million, gross even for a free agent is exclusive, especially someone whose fitness is questionable. Wow, so Barcelona really want Ousmane Dembele to stay. What's going to happen here, guys? Because they're offering €18 million just for signing for them. He's already their player, so. I'm guessing that's to sign a new contract for them, and I wonder what do we kind of say to that. We could probably offer a signing bonus, but we don't really do that. We don't really offer sign-on bonuses to freeze. Like, look at Rudiger. We never did that. So I'm just interested to see what happens with the Ousmane Dembele news, because obviously yesterday we discussed whatever happens kind of on July 1st will dictate it. But he's said to be signed for us, and I've always been confused. Why doesn't he come out and say he's officially joined Chelsea, blah blah blah? But like Rudiger did when he joined Real Madrid a whole month before the transfer window even opened. But Vince also just said here that Dembele is still the top priority for Tuchel. Only wants him to join Chelsea in the summer, but no solution is in sight. So it's again we heard from a journalist that it was done and dusted. Like Ousmane Dembele was now joining Chelsea, but I don't know. Like it's looking like it's turning the goalpost now. It's like it's switching them back to Barcelona. And it's kind of interesting. Like, are we just going to get Sterling now? Obviously, breaking news: Everton are interested in Conor Gallagher and Billy Gilmore. I'm assuming that's Frank Lampard. Obviously, wanting his Brexit players. I would, if there's a good offer for Gilmore, I would always take it. I think Gallagher is quite a good player that I want to see how he develops at our squad this preseason. Gilmore, yeah, he's a great player, but if the money is good, I would sell him. But I want to see him this season for sure. I don't know what are your thoughts, guys. Do you want to see Gilmore leave, stay, dip? But I don't know. I don't know how Gilmore come back in the squad. Like he's a very cocky player. Like I don't know if you guys saw that interview where he said he wants first team football. This, that. It's like he ain't that guy, man. Like, he's not that guy who deserves that first team football chance. He's not there yet. I'm just seeing if there's any other news regarding De Ligt. Let me just see if there's anything new. Oh yeah, that was a Simon Phillips one I forgot to bring up. I mean, this was 3 hours ago where it said Chelsea have offered 35 million euros plus Werner to sign De Ligt. So we have made the offer, and I think they've rejected it. So do we go for another offer for it? I hope so. I think, as I said, guys, I would personally use Werner in the deal because I think uh, it makes us get rid of a deadball player as well. It adds to it. Because we still have 10 people in here, guys. 16 likes, guys. We can hit 20 likes right now, guys. Come on. Easily do it. I want everyone to smash the like button right now so we can all support the stream, help it out. I'm just looking at this. Hang on. Yeah, guys, I obviously do want us all like the stream, subscribe if you're new. Nipper, I'm not doing an open stream today. I'll do it maybe whenever I'm live next, I'll do a later one. Like I'll start at like maybe 12 or 1 p.m. UK time, and then open the lines, and we'll get everyone in. But at the moment, I won't open lines. If I do change my mind, stay tuned because maybe I might change my mind if the news dies down. But as I say, guys, De Ligt in or out, thoughts on that. We'll be live for about another 20 minutes. I'm just to see if there's any updated news. As I say, guys, I think for De Ligt, he's a perfect player to come in our team because I've always said, guys, I'm going to keep saying it. He's an old school defender. Old school defender. Sadiq FC in the house. I got you in a sport. In a sport. The whole worldwide Chelsea gang is here. They're here. Sadiq FC. On a Saturday morning, joining the gang, bringing in the minerals and the thoughts. Let me know, Sadiq, De Ligt in or out. Obviously, made his little video the other day about De Ligt, which is good. Big up to Tobago. Hope you're well, Tobago. Let me know your thoughts about Tobago. De Ligt in or out. Like the stream, guys, because we'll probably just be discussing De Ligt for the next 20 minutes because again, it's a massive topic to talk about because for me, I think it's a massive, massive player we can get. And I'm gonna prepare myself to the new people who just joined, where I'm gonna keep saying De Ligt, guys, is an old school defender who brings leadership qualities into our team that a lot of defenders cannot bring. And I think Hano said before that he doesn't want Juventus players and he thinks De Ligt's a waste of space. I think Juventus unfortunately stalled his progress. He never really shined at Juventus. So I'm hoping if he comes to Chelsea, he can make a massive turnover because, guys, remember, he was 20 years old at Ajax in the semi-final of the Champions League wearing that Capizan badge. Massive. Big up to Varna. Well, Varna, let me know your thoughts, Varna. Are you De Ligt in or out? Tobago's De Ligt in. Good to hear. De Ligt is De Ligt in. I think it's a massive upgrade from what we have. Like it's a massive add-on. Guys, he's 22. Remember, and he has the mindset of like a 35-year-old, and he's 22. Yeah, he was 19, 20. Like he was that age. Like he was so young, and then unfortunately, as I said, Juventus stalled his progress and he never really progressed while being Juventus. So I really hope that we can bring him in and progress his form because again he's gonna be next to Kounde, and I'm now kind of worried about Kounde if he has the confidence after recently after hopefully that surgery it went all well. I'm not opening the lines at the moment. I'll open it. Actually, okay. I'll open it in about 2 minutes, and we'll open it for 20 minutes. I'll send it to the worldwide Chelsea gang who wanted it. We'll open it in 1 minute. I'll just finalize it, and we'll get it for 20 minutes. You guys can come in, have your say, nip in if you want to join. Because yeah, there's only really the Ligt news, and I've pretty much said all of it. So just come in, have your say for the last 20 minutes. I would dip. We'll just have a conversation. You just come in, yell your thoughts to Ligt, good, bad. A lot of people wanted Rabiot in as well, which I was actually surprised. As I said, guys, I think Rabiot's a finished midfielder. I don't think he has the qualities that we need, but that's weird. Why is this fucking thing coming up? But we got declared Tobago in here. What are we saying, guys? De Ligt in or out? What are we saying?
Mate, first time here.
First time,
Wanted
open
to
the
check out
wine.
your house a bit, come in,
Well,
see what's going on.
you can always see the camera. I always have the camera on, Just,
Yeah, but you never
what would you
get. I
say?
never seen you have host on.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
the licking in.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. What are you saying,
the
Declan? What are you
licking,
saying?
the licking in, the licking in. Sounds good.
De Ligt in, man. De Ligt in for
The
me.
licking
Why do
in.
you want him in? Why do you want him in? Because he plays like Maguire?
I know they both got a pretty big head, but so I
Slightly,
mean
yeah.
that's pretty good. But I mean the Ligt is the what he's been doing at Juventus is
Big up, guys.
he's been big up Tiago.
But yeah.
He's been that runner. He's been the force. While the older defenders sit and show him what to do, and they can't run as much. He's been doing that, which is probably what's going to happen when he plays with Silva, and it's what Rudiger was doing for Silva mainly, right? So we don't want Silva running around, but in the future to come, I want him. He's pretty good on the ball too. I want him taking the spot of Silva and just being that monster in the middle. But if this is true with Werner as well, what a great deal.
I think it's a fantastic deal. Getting Werner in this, like that is
Yeah,
absolutely
this is a little too
fantastic.
good to be true. That's where I'm going at it.
Yeah. It's a bit.
Todd, what are you doing, magic?
What was it, Tomato?
Todd, what are you doing, magic, guys?
If he gets this through and gets Werner and the 30 million euros, whatever, that's fantastic. So, Tomato, are you De Ligt in or out?
Delete in.
Oh, Matt, we're talking about De Ligt.
We got Carlito the Minerals in here. We're talking
buddy. Do people know how good this player is?
But they better.
He
They better.
is.
If you say his name,
He is.
If you say delete in so quick, it sounds better.
Too De Ligt to quit, buddy. This guy is fabulous. Yeah, I was listening to Matt earlier. He said this is an old school player. Fucking right, he's an old school player. This is a real leader. He's 22 years old, and he's got balls bigger than Antonio Conte. This guy is a madman, and he is so good. Dude, 45 plus Werner? Sign me up, dude. Sign me up.
It's absolutely signer. Like if we can really get this through, this will be the best Chelsea window.
Matt,
This will be the best sign for this window.
Why the fuck wouldn't we get this through? This is a no-brainer.
Because I don't think Juventus want Werner. Obviously, I think they want more money.
They lost to Bala. So
Yeah.
he's a similar type
I
of
think they
player.
want this Morata.
No, he is. They are not similar players. No. Let's be very clear. Timo Werner and Paulo Dybala are actually diametrically opposed when it comes to being players.
But obviously, they're going to lose two attackers because Morata's leaving as well. So Werner will be fantastic integral.
Yeah.
They still share similar characteristics. I don't know if you're trying to say that Dybala's a better player and one isn't that.
No, Paulo
that's
Dybala is
the
one of my favorite players. I love Dybala. I wish he was at Chelsea, but no, they're very different. Timo Werner's direct, Dybala is a stylist.
They both can do a similar role. You give Werner that role, and plus they made Dybala run a lot. It's funny because Dybala would have suited the way we played, and Werner suits the way Juventus. And they try to make Dybala play what suited for Werner. So they try to make him run a lot.
I love that point. Good point, man. Good point.
Guys,
I think getting go on.
What do you think about the Kounde deal? It seems like he was a bot signing rather than Tuchel signing. So do you think we'll get him?
Who?
Liam's saying he's not sure on getting Kounde, but I think Kounde still has to come in. I think we're the only team that are going for him.
It depends how you look at it. Were we only after one defender?
No, we're after two.
We shouldn't
for
be.
Sure.
So then maybe the Kounde one's still on. I just think the Kounde one's Chelsea have found themselves in a better position than last year. So why would they offer more money or the same? So I think that they lowball the offers now, knowing that Kounde was really wanted to leave. distraught, and now he's more keen to leave, and now Seville have a more of an issue because if they don't get rid of him, you're going to have a real disgruntled player on your hand, and so Chelsea know that. So even if the reports were true, I think that our first offer was 40 mil. So they lowballed them again.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna play us, right before the window ends. Well, now we're gonna come around and ask for less, and I think I think maybe it's just a matter of finding a number, and it's probably lower than what we were gonna pay, or maybe the same, depending how desperate we get.
Don't underestimate the pettiness of millionaires, man. Honestly,
it's the power. Like it's negotiation. It's a game almost. I mean, I know a lot of everyone used to kick up a stink about Marina. Just pay the 5 million or just sell this person for cheap. Like as if we're playing Championship Manager and that. But there's a reputation to uphold as well.
Please reiterate that again because people don't understand. Every other club pays attention to this shit. So how we deal with a certain situation is going to be used either for us or against us in another situation. Every club pays attention to how the big clubs act when a smaller club is playing hardball and fucking around. All right? And when it comes to the Sevilla deal, we had a deal with Sevilla last year. And then Sevilla changed the deal, and Chelsea was pissed. And not only was Chelsea pissed, Kounde was pissed. Everybody was pissed, and Sevilla rested on their laurels and thought they had big old nuts. The problem is that now Chelsea has even more leverage because the player is asked to leave. And Chelsea is not going to do Sevilla any favors because they talked a lot of shit after we didn't sign Kounde last year. So now Chelsea's going to just make them sweat.
Well, you think they'll accept the 60 because we've offered 65 million euros for him.
We have not offered either of those numbers.
I think we have because I think
the only number I saw
65 million euros is the number they want. No, 65 million euros is the number they want. We are not offering that.
See, it's something we should be doing because again, he came out of surgery last week, and he's back it up already. Yeah, no, it was nothing bad, but obviously he couldn't make decisions while he's under the thing. He's recovered now. He's fine. Why are we making that move now?
A 30-minute surgery, walk straight out. It's a cleanup.
No. But it's still something. It's still something that
for 30 minutes.
Hold on. It's still something that we should absolutely use against Sevilla. It still is.
Honestly, so how much would you pay for Kounde then?
Oh, 64 million euros is what I would pay for Kounde. If they want 65, I would pay 64 million euros.
That's for Sevilla.
And 99 cents.
But if we don't sign Kounde this season, that would be a disaster.
Matt, we will. I wouldn't worry.
I know we are. I've said it's done for weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I said it was done last season, and then the last winter they changed it. I got so much shit.
Yeah, but Matt, because they changed it, Chelsea is rightfully pissed about that. Come on, man.
Biggest bullshit they did.
No. Look, Kounde, it's gonna get done. We're just gonna be assholes about it. But the De Ligt thing, man, I have to say, once again, this is a great player. This is a no-brainer. He's a decade player. You will get it for 10 years, man. Have to do it.
22.
Have to do it. Hey, we have to do it. We have to.
Remember, 19 years old, he was in the semi-final.
We could be in for an insane transfer window if you think about it.
I know, man.
But not even just De Ligt at the moment, right?
Yeah.
The Ziyech transfers rumors sound pretty solid. I think he's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even I was saying before the season ended that the three players I thought would want to push for a move, and it was out of Chelsea's hands was Werner, Lukaku, and Ziyech, just because they're all older players. And now Ziyech and Lukaku, and now if Werner is actually pushing for the move, because I think Werner will do way better somewhere else, and Werner played probably the least games out of all of them, I think. I gotta look that up.
I think Ziyech.
Ziyech, yeah.
Out of Ziyech too, because Ziyech had a run of games, I remember.
Well, just remember,
before that,
Lukaku was only here for 1 year. So.
No, I mean for this season. Like
Oh,
Werner played a lot
yeah.
the season before,
this season.
and then Werner played.
None of them played.
His
a
game
ton.
reduction was really low this time around this season.
Yeah.
So someone like that, and man, he's on big money as well. So I mean, if he wants to leave, I think Chelsea are really keen to push him on. That's the only problem in this deal, right? So you got a guy that's on 275. If I remember right, De Ligt's like 300, isn't he? 3 something.
Yeah,
I don't.
So he's on
honest to God. Whoa. Hold on a second. Messi wages? Okay. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Let me dispel this rumor right now. You want to know why Barcelona's in a hole? Because, and you can look this up. Messi made $3.2 million per week. That was his wage when he was at Barcelona. So don't get it twisted, bud. That's why they fucked up.
3.2. No.
3.2 million American dollars per week.
American dollars, but in pounds, that's like,
That is, buddy.
No. Still, that can't be right.
It is
1.
absolutely right.
Wait, hold on, because it doesn't go with the narrative now that. Not even the narrative. The fact that they said Mbappe is the highest paid. No, it's not narrative. Sorry, it's fact. They said that Mbappe is now the highest paid player at 1 point something mil.
Right. No, I'm talking about when Messi was at Barcelona.
Yeah, but he's got Mbappe has got the record.
No, he doesn't, because Messi was on $3.2 million per week.
I'm pretty sure Messi didn't crack the mil mark.
It was just under. It was 1.3
800K.
euros.
Yeah.
Matt. I'm gonna DM this to you, buddy.
DM it to me. I'll put up the screen because it says here 1.3 euros at Juventus, and at PSG is on.
Khalid, if you're taking like other things into image rights and how much sponsors, he was probably pulling that money from everything else.
I am not taking into consideration sponsors. I am talking about the contract he had with FC Barcelona Sport Association Football.
Yes, Varna, that guy left. Morata's probably going to leave, and Dybala left. So they do need a striker, so get Werner in there for them. Because he'll thrive there, which is good. But De Ligt's the one who's on 280k a week.
Does that matter? If he's worth it, then do it. Because Lukaku was on 325 and he was trash. So I mean,
Khalid, you gotta use like pounds. This is American dollars.
No, he was on 325 pounds, man.
Yeah, 3 USD. So pop that in there.
Isn't that wild? Look at Messi. His 4-year contract was 673 million.
So it's like 2.6 million pounds
per week. How wild is that shit, man?
Per game event. True.
Well, no, I mean they don't know what that means, but
yeah, per week,
it's per week. That is insane.
Well, yeah, that's obviously like we always knew that was why, because like the reason why they went bankrupt was because of the Messi situation. That's why they had to get rid of him. I didn't know it was that bad.
But it's like now he's
in debt.
I mean, like now he's crying at the pulpit saying, "Oh, I can't believe I have to leave." Buddy, you know why you have to leave, because you bankrupted the club that you proposed that you loved.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
He had to take a pay cut. He didn't want to take a pay cut, so he left.
It's ridiculous.
Messi, all right, that money wasn't as. It's not the word bankrupt. It's the wages and the transfer fees they pay for, like Dembele, for Coutinho. Young, they paid massive money to recycle this team or to rebuild the team.
Well, now they're on this hard salary cap that La Liga is pressing them on. So all these, it's so funny, Matt. I was talking to Sadiq about this the other day. Barcelona is saying they want everyone, right? They want Lewandowski and Kounde, and oh my God, I mean, give me the transfer list of Barcelona's linked to every single one of these players. Here's the problem. They can't sign any of them. So what they can do is appease fans by saying, we are linked with all these players, but here's the boogeyman. La Liga is the boogeyman. We can't sign these guys because La Liga won't let us. It's not us that's the problem. It's La Liga. This is a scapegoat tactic.
But at the moment, they had that meeting, and it was like they were in favor of now signing players. So they can sign players. However, it's like a limit to the cap. So it's like
no. That meeting was about their debt. They are $1.3 billion in debt. That has nothing to do with their.
But
cap.
it was like, can we still sign players? And they went for the phase like, yes, we are going to still sign players, even though being
I think they're actually in for a lot of players.
Matt, that meeting doesn't change their salary cap situation because there's a difference between their debt and to their banks and what La Liga is telling them they can and can't do. Those are two different things.
Yeah, but I think they're going to move a lot of people, and they're asking for some players.
No.
Wage cuts.
They're going to try to move.
Why?
They will try.
They only have to move the couple big wages.
Right.
Young's massive wage.
So
that guy's
Frankie
got
De Jong is
almost
going to
three
cost.
players worth.
The pay's leaving as well. The pay's going to leave. He's on massive wages.
Right, but you guys are assuming that they can actually get these players off their books while also recouping big transfer fees. And
Well,
all
did
that
you
stuff.
see Ousmane Dembele? They're offering 18 million euros to sign for them, and he's on massive wages as well. So they're still offering money to their own players to keep him.
I don't know about that.
He wants to stay. That's one player that they'll compromise on. But I think what they're really trying to do is and they're in for a lot of players. They're really trying to get some value moves, some cheap moves, free transfer, cheap wages, and just enough time to buy time for them to get some of the young players up and going again.
Nippin driving.
Oh, Nippin driving, my man. Nippin, how are you, buddy?
Not bad, Carlito. How are you?
I'm good, man.
I've never seen you in a car, Nippin. You're always on public transport.
Nippin, let me ask you a question. Why are you always so mobile?
Public transport has gone on strike, so they can hold back.
So whose car did you have to steal today?
It's my own. Person. It's my own.
I didn't think you owned a car.
Oh my god.
Hey, he has a car. He uses both.
Hey, don't turn your camera off when you get in a cop chase. I want to watch. We'll here support you.
Nippin, look later.
Oh,
18 million for Ousmane Dembele. That's the offering money from. But Nippin.
Hold on. Say it again. Say it again, Matt. What are you talking about?
On the screen. Barcelona are offering Ousmane Dembele 18 million euros for him, for their own player, just to keep him.
That's Matt. You said we don't give sign-on bonuses. We actually do give sign-on bonuses.
Do we? For who?
Every club does.
Yeah. It's just not normally disclosed.
No, I was saying to our own players. Like
we do, yeah.
We did for.
We just didn't want to give it to Rudiger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was like, because he won 10 mil.
Memory.
But the deal you know what the deal was? Rudiger would have got more money in the long run. We offered a high wage, no signing bonus. He wanted the quicker wage.
I'm telling you, it was Lampard.
So if Rudiger saw himself,
I
could go run Madrid and not see out my contract.
Matt. Please, Matt, say that again because it was absolutely Lampard.
I've been saying this.
Oh my god, it was 100% Lampard.
How's it Lampard?
Oh, because he pissed him off. He was done with Chelsea. Lampard benched him. Lampard wanted to sell him, and that became okay. Not just acrimonious, but the relationship between Rudiger and Chelsea was done. And Tuchel, although he made him a better player, it didn't matter. He was done with Chelsea.
Hold on. So, the wage we offered him, right, was if anyone said we offered him, if we gave him, what was it, 230 under Lampard, everyone would have been outraged because he wasn't that player. He wasn't that good to get that wage like that back then.
No one said we were offering him that.
No, I know.
It was in 2022 he didn't want to sign.
So he had a great 18 months, and he actually got done enough to earn a big contract, and he said no.
Okay.
Now if you're gonna say he was pissed off at Lampard, Lampard's no longer around. So that's not. That's
No.
not a moot
Because
point.
hold on, Lampard was an employee of Chelsea. Chelsea was looking to sell Rudiger. That under Lampard,
No, but
Chelsea
I'm
was
saying
looking to. You're not
the contract that he's been offered.
It doesn't.
this
It
season.
doesn't. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. He was mad. They wanted to sell him.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, well that's it. That's why he didn't resign, because he was lying the entire time. He was never going to resign for Chelsea. He always wanted to go to Real Madrid.
He just
So
had
he
that
was
grudge
lying.
though.
So it was all about all the things he said.
He was lying.
He was
Yes,
he
he
just
was
wanted
lying.
to move.
Oh my God! Shocker that athletes and people lie in life. It's a crazy notion. I know.
No, so then we shouldn't just blame. Then it's not Lampard's fault.
Well, no, Lampard's the one that made his relationship with Chelsea acrimonious.
If you wanted to stay at the club, right? If
No, yeah.
you won a Champions League.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
If
You are
It's,
you
he's
are
under
talking in
Tuchel.
rational terms. These are not
no,
rational.
hold
people.
on. Let me finish the
Okay,
finish the point.
I apologize.
Yeah. So if you had a problem with the people up top and whatnot, right?
Sure.
And Lampard, when the contract was given, that it all changed. New board, new owner, new manager. Everything. If that was the real issue, right? That all changed. It was all gone.
So the
And he
first
still
thing is that hold
was
on.
already set to move.
So the first thing is that before the Ukraine war started, we did offer him this deal. So he can't say that it was the sanctions is the reason why he didn't sign. He was offered before the sanctions. No, he just didn't want to stay. It didn't matter what Tuchel did, man. He was done with Chelsea.
Let's ask Nippon. Nippon.
I think it was.
Are you
I think it was
in or out,
money
Nicholas?
motivated.
I think that
Um,
it was disrespect motivated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just move on from Rudiger because he's just finished now. He's going to Madrid.
Hey, he is not as good as people say, by the way.
But Nippon, what are you saying about De Ligt? Do you want him in or out? Nippon? When it's time to talk, he freezes.
Carlito's just salty.
Say it again. You
Middle.
cracked out. Middle.
I'm not in or out. Look, he's had his bozo. He's a quality defender, but he's had his bozo moments.
Bozo moments. What do you mean by
Wasn't
that?
anyone mentioning in the comments? Wasn't anyone mentioning in the comments that he single-handedly costed his country a place in the quarterfinals of the Euros?
Oh my God, who cares? Nippon. Who cares? De Ligt. He's talking about De Ligt.
He got himself
De Ligt's in
sent
the
off.
Euros.
He got himself sent
Who
off.
cares?
That's the quality of an old school defender. They go in for
Yeah.
those, like, that's what we want.
Yeah, a quality
Get a red
of an
card.
old school defender.
Wait,
Gets
did De
himself
Ligt
sent
get
off,
Netherlands
and
out?
now- and-
Came
and
out of
then
the
his
Euros, is that what you're
country
saying?
lost.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
his country
Did he?
got
I don't
knocked
know.
out of the Euros.
I watched the Netherlands. Yeah, it was far from De Ligt's fault.
Okay.
They put a manager who had no idea what he was doing.
Nippon.
He was
Nippon.
playing-
Look at that manager, bro. What was it? De Boer or whatever his name was?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
The ball for. Let's play this formation with two at the back, three at the middle, and everyone else attack.
Do you
All out- it
remember
was-
a map?
You know in FIFA you got ultra attack. He was one more. He went one more to that. One more ultra plus. They were getting counted. Any team that counted him, bro, they get counted. They lost to Turkey like 5 goals. They're copying 5+ goals.
Fucking hell.
I'm fucking dying. Did you hear what Jose Mourinho said about Frank de Boer? Oh my God.
What is
What he
that?
say? Okay,
Oh my God. It was the most disparaging criticism of a manager on manager crime I've ever heard in my fucking life. Oh God.
What's that?
Jose Mourinho really doesn't give a shit, does he? About
Oh,
what
he's the
people
best.
think
He's
of
the
him?
best, man.
De Ligt's a handball magnet. Not really. He's a header merchant. Like, him one on one in the air is fantastic.
Mourinho said Frank de Boer is the worst manager in Premier League history.
Jeez, yeah.
Do you agree
he
with
did that
him?
with Netherlands. Jeez.
Do you agree with him?
But
Yes.
Niven, have you? What about Ajax De Ligt? Do you think we can get that back at Chelsea? The Ajax De Ligt?
I'm just very, very, very cautious on him at this moment in time.
But if we get rid of Werner for him, how good will that be?
Boom.
Yeah, I'm just scared that it's going to come back and bite us getting rid of Werner. What if he scores 50 plus goals?
That's great. That's great. He's
Nippon,
had
he
our
will.
chance.
He will
Nippon,
score 50
Nippon,
plus goals.
you-
But you know
you
what?
are
He won't score it in
stupid.
Chelsea, though.
Oh,
No, but he
yes,
won't
it's a
score in
thing.
Chelsea, though.
Don't we fucking ruin strikers?
Oh, he just swore. Yes.
No, but
Yes,
but Nippon, let's say this, yeah. In if he goes to the Serie A in Juventus and he scores 50 plus goals, right? But let's say if he went to Man City, right? And he did the horrendous misses that he does over there as well. I hope Nippon's all right.
He's connected.
I can't believe Nippon just said fuck.
That means he really doesn't. want it.
I hope he's all right. I was on Discord with a mate who was he had a FOMO moment and he didn't want to miss out, and so he always jumped on Discord after
It's the
work.
best.
And then we heard him have a car accident, and we never let him go. And it was the funniest thing because we heard like a whole bunch of noise, and we were all laughing, pretend like, oh, did you have an accident? Like, didn't think he had one. Yeah, we thought he dropped his phone, but the guy rolled his car, and we heard it all.
Yo, no lie. I've been on some streams. This is the funniest stream I've ever been on. Oh my god.
Well, we got Bobby in here. I know Bobby gonna agree with this.
Oh,
Bobby, thoughts on
Let me see,
Delete,
Bobby. Oh, you think's covering it.
Huge improvement. Shouldn't be no problem getting his form back. No, he's gonna be fine. Delit's gonna be great, man. I'm not worried about that.
I know Bobby agrees with this. Bobby, is he an old school defender? And how much do you appreciate an old school defender?
What's up, guys? De Ligt,
Bobby.
100 and in fact 200%.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The best Chelsea defenders have never been the finished article. Yes, we've had a few like Ricardo Carvalho, and of course the priceless, ageless Thiago Silva. But our best defenders have never been the finished article. They've always been players that have come in and developed within the system. John Terry.
John Terry was the finished
Rudiger.
article, wasn't he?
No, he was not. No.
Terry was a Chelsea product. He went out on loan several times, and it was only
He was a West Ham. We bought him from West Ham.
That was Lampard, man.
That's Lampard.
Oh,
No, I
First
swear we
Nippon.
bought both. I swear we
Nippon.
bought
Who is this?
both from
Who is
West
this?
Ham.
You're killing
Nippon.
me, Smalls.
Oh, right. Terry from
Swear we
West Ham.
bought-
Terry came to Chelsea as a 14-year-old
Oh
kid.
my god.
We developed him.
Okay.
He went out on loan several times. He came back and played with Marcel Desailly and Frank Leboeuf. And then Ranieri put faith in him and started giving him his chance. So Terry's a different story. But, look at Chalobah. Even Rudiger himself. Rudiger come from Roma. He was a raw defender. And I can just see De Ligt balling out at Chelsea. This is a person that was made for Stamford Bridge. We need to get
so
him
I have
at all
to
costs.
I have to
Happy well,
give
mate.
a little bit of respect to Nippon's name here. His youth career, John Terry did spend at West Ham prior to coming to Chelsea. We did not buy him from Chelsea. He came to Chelsea. We bought Lampard from West Ham. So
Okay,
technically, Nippon is half right.
Somewhat, yeah. Nippon, we'll give it to him. We'll give it to him.
We'll give it to him.
We'll give it to him. But
There you go,
Bobby, how would you? People compare him to Maguire. I want to know your thoughts on that.
Oh my!
No. Maguire was always cement booted. I don't believe certain hype. I saw Maguire in a Leicester team that was very much low block. He's good at, the old school sort of defender type, but he's not
He hasn't though, yeah.
your grade A defender. This
Yeah.
kid, De Ligt, is good in the air, good on the ball. Yes, he's made a few mistakes. All defenders need to. He's had
22.
his mistake period at Juventus. Come to Chelsea with a manager like Tuchel, his game will go up another 2, 3, 4 levels. De Ligt is the man we need.
What
One
about his
of our
mentality?
centre backs we need for sure.
I think he has one of the best
Just
mentalities,
elect
Bobby.
on his
What
own
are your
won't be
thoughts,
enough,
Simon?
though.
Yeah.
Just elect on
No,
his
'cause
own won't be
Kounde as
enough,
well.
though.
Kounde as well. Kounde
Hey
and
Matt,
De Ligt.
Oh,
Matt,
yeah,
is
De
there
Ligt
any
and
way,
Kounde for
Matt?
sure.
Is there any way you can show the video that I just DM'd you? De
I
Ligt
can't.
just
There's no
going.
sound. Yeah. I know what you do.
Oh
yeah,
my
this one.
God, him and
I've seen
him and
this
the
video.
ultras just going
Wait,
fucking
let's see if you can hear
crazy.
sound.
Yeah, that's the thing, Matt. And another thing, guys, this kid is a leader.
Yeah.
He
he's
is
awesome,
a
man. He's
leader.
awesome.
I love this as well. I love this. You know,
Yeah,
this
I was
is
watching this before.
he takes things, he soaks up the fans. You know what I'm saying? This
Dude,
to me
he's-
just reminded me of John Terry.
Yeah, man. Yes.
He just soaks it all up, and De Ligt is a warrior. You know, if I can think of a replacement, a young replacement for what Rudiger gave us, and a mixture of Rudiger and Thiago Silva, that's Matthijs De Ligt right there.
Yeah. He's like he was 17 in that video, guys. 17 as well.
Matt, I want to run through a fucking wall, man. I am pumped.
Yeah. Do you see how he makes you feel? You see
God.
how he makes you
This
feel?
is
You can
football, man.
imagine.
This is football.
This
This
is
is what I
what-
love. Mm.
Remember, he was playing next
Look,
to
and he
Chiellini
loved
as well.
Thiago Silva. Look, I think he'll have that. I think what he had at all his clubs is that older mentor figure. At
Yeah.
Ajax, he had Daily Blind. At Juventus, he had Chiellini. And if he comes there, he's going to have Thiago Silva.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Great,
He
point,
can
Nippon.
earn
Great
that
point.
badge
This is
early.
the time to bring him.
Exactly.
This is
We
the
need a
time.
leader. We have 0 right now.
You know,
He
to me,
says on a zero
100
different level.
million euros, it's a steal. Because if we're looking at doing stupid things, like spending money on Raheem Sterling, after spending stupid money on Lukaku, you know, it will make De Ligt look like a steal. That guy.
Bobby,
is
you seen
worth
this new deal though with Werner?
price. Sorry?
Oh,
Yeah.
You seen this
Hannah's
new deal
not
with
having
Werner?
it. Hannah,
Yeah.
wait, Matt, is the link in the chat?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know, this
Hannah, why
idea
don't you just
of
come on and have your
swapping,
say?
this idea of having a player swap
Facts,
here and
Nippon.
there, you know, this is an American thing that Bowley's trying to
He's,
bring to
by the
Europe.
way, he's not wrong in this.
Big
This
up,
is
Dustin.
not just an American thing; it's an NBA thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't particularly, I'm not so against it, but he's going to find it doesn't work all the time. You know, in Europe, we're used to doing pure deals because clubs want money.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the time, a club sells a player not for you to give him someone else to add on to the wage bill, but to make some money.
Yeah,
So
but
he's
the
got to learn that a
reason
bit.
the reason that the NBA does it is because you have to match salaries. That's the only reason that players are swapped in deals along with picks in the NBA is because in order for a deal to work and be codified, you have to swap salaries. In European football, it's
Left.
not that way.
Yeah, you know, all these things, you know, the only time Todd will start impressing people with these things is if he starts bringing players in,
He's
mate.
he's already impressed me. He got rid of Lukaku, man. Come on, man.
No, I want to see some deals. Look, we're falling so far behind. At the moment, if the season starts tomorrow, we're relegation fodder. So we need to get
that is an
players in.
obscene allegation. That is not true.
No, we will be shocking if the season starts tomorrow. We got 3 defenders. Like who's there?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
also have Reece James. We have N'Golo Kante, Kai Havertz, Pulisic.
remember
What are you
he's-
talking about? Let's not be hyperbolic, please. Let's not be hyperbolic.
Let's be honest. If the season starts tomorrow, we'll be playing Europa League next season.
That is true.
We'll be playing
That
Europa
is
League
true.
If we're lucky,
If we're lucky.
you know,
If we
so
are.
we need
Yeah,
to do
if
deals.
we're lucky.
We need to
Hey
do
guys,
deals.
guys, do you not think that we have already made deals? We just haven't announced them yet.
No, of
No.
course. Like, of course, there's stuff happening behind the scenes. But I'm saying
Come
if
on.
tomorrow
Come
the season
on.
starts, no deals, we fucked. But
I
I
thi-
think Kounde's. I think Kounde is nearly there. Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
needs to come out to the public. For
Look,
once.
I'm just not worried.
Think, yeah, do you not think that Kounde is already a done deal and we're just waiting to get that announced?
I think it's nearly done. I think it's nearly done. I don't think any club comes for him.
Matt,
Nothing's
it's
done.
semantics.
We
It's
just
semantics at
we
this
just got rid
It's
of
not
Lukaku.
finished.
We just got rid of Marina's announced. Bruce Buck. We just announced a new board. We just did all that. I mean, I'm sure these deals are in the background. But if there was something done, they would love to announce it.
I don't.
It should
I
have
don't
been in the
agree with
background.
that.
It should be happening.
Hold on, Matt. Let me say this. I don't agree with that. I think Chelsea wants to make like a big deal of each signing that they do. I don't think that they would rush an announcement. I think that they want to do all the social media stuff and say, "Hey, look, we're back and we look good."
Look, I know that we
Yeah,
have
but
an
that's usually done pretty
exceptional.
quick.
We have an exceptional amount of work to do. We do. And, it's not easy. It's all acknowledged. But the truth of the matter is that from what we're seeing, life waits for no one. So, nobody's going to bring out the handkerchiefs and start wiping our tears that we have a lot of work to do. We just have to get on with it. And right now, he has to start making signings. It's just as simple as that.
I think, obviously, as Liam just said here, to July 1st, I think if we're having this conversation in exactly a month and the same conversation, we should all be screaming.
Yes.
If we're having the same conversation in exactly, guys, the preseason starts in 2.5 weeks. They're going to America in 2.5 weeks.
July 1st is next week.
Shouldn't Kounde be playing there? Should we have him be playing our signings, playing in these games to get them ready and adjusted to the
I think
the
these
game?
preseason games, Matt, are going to give more of an indication of the players we need. Because we need so many players, right?
I think we figured that out last season.
No.
That's
Because there's
so
many players coming back from loan. There's so many youth. He's going to play them all, right? He's going to see which positions and because it's not just the first 11. We're trying to build a 25-man squad here, and he's going to have to say, all right, you probably test Gallagher. Like when we needed a 6, right? Last preseason, he tested multiple players in that position, right? Then some of them wanted to go on loan. That's how we kind of ended up with Saul at the end, right? But now he's going to try cover as many positions as he can with some players. That's why I say like someone like Emerson staying, right? If he finds Gallagher and says, you know what, I can play him here, and then even if maybe you want to play Gilmore and keep him, and once he starts filling some gaps in positions and goes and promote some youth players, and I want to keep him, then they're going to throw money at the positions they really need. Because we need so many. So the preseason games are going to give an actual real good indication on what Tuchel can use and what he needs.
Declared, why do I keep having this feeling that Emerson is going to surprise us all next season?
I like it.
You guys are so wrong about him.
Do you know why, Bobby? It's because when you watch Alonso and then you watch Emerson, it's going to be a surprise.
Thank you, because Alonso is the worst player on the team. Matt,
No,
you guys. Yeah, very
Where's
nice.
Matt? Where's Matt the fraud? Where's the fraud? I'm outside.
You guys are a little cynical about this, aren't you?
What do you mean?
I think that.
Cynical? What do you mean?
I think that you guys are being a little negative about the fact that we've got a lot of holes to fill, but guess what? This is not going to be handled in 3 months, man. This is going to be handled in 3 windows. And every Chelsea fan needs to stop fucking complaining because this is all that you guys do. Every Chelsea fan just like, dude, if this was a perfect world and we lived in a perfect world and there was nothing to complain about, then the Chelsea fan would deem it necessary to invent something to complain about because this is their nature. This is what we do. We just fucking complain
I'm with
about
that,
everything.
Khalid, but we need to still make signings.
complaining
it's
is a
going
British
to
thing.
take.
Complaining is a British thing.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
I'm not British, and I don't do this because I'm an optimist. All I say is this. It's going to take 3 windows. It's not going to take 3 months. And y'all need to just accept this. Accept it. Because Man City...
Three windows for what?
For us to be
to bring in
adequate.
4 players. No, if we should be bringing in 4 players in 1 window. Realistically, we should be bringing in 4 players in 1 window.
Yes, because we're not going to bring in
4 to
8
6.
players. We're not going to bring in 8. No way.
No way,
We're not doing
everyone's
it.
been saying that. Of course not, but we got to start making at least 4 to 6 this window. 100%. If
Why
we're
can't
even
we
going
bring
to
more than
make
4?
it.
No,
I'm starting to
look,
think we're going to bring more than 4.
we're gonna bring.
I
in,
think we're bringing 6
Board,
players in.
I've
We're gonna-
said 5 to 6 should be coming in, but
Yeah.
like 7
Yeah.
to
Whoa,
8 to be getting the fuck
That's
out.
a
No, hold
bold
on.
call,
Does that include loan players
considering we haven't
and youth?
signed anyone right now.
that does
No.
does not include loan players.
Kounde,
No.
De Ligt,
Yeah, so I
Usman,
got a
Sterling.
I got a
It should have been a
prediction of
midfield,
about
but we're not.
I got a prediction about eight new faces, including loan.
That is
and
a
youth players.
tall. Okay. So you're thinking
That's a
what?
bold
Gallagher
call. That's
and
a
like
bold call.
well, no. What he's meaning is Gallagher and Colwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gallagher,
Which is fine.
Colwell, what?
Um,
Who else? Who else? Are you saying Ampadu?
Broja could be
No.
possible. Gilmore could be possible.
Bro,
Another
Ampadu's-
youth player.
Ampadu is fine. He's not ready, man.
Ampadu
He's
as
not
well.
ready.
But
No,
like,
but you got to remember that this season, right? There's going to be way more games than there already is, right? There's 5 subs, so whoever's on the bench actually is going to get decent game time, right? We actually don't need. We need a squad. We need to build a
Yeah.
squad. That's why I think it's
so.
looked more. There's going to be massive rotation, but this World Cup in the middle is going to be insane. I can see a lot of injuries for every club. It's going to be quite stupid. And
It's
that's
actually
why,
quite baffling that we still are actually going to like Qatar. I don't know how this happened, but it happened. So here we go, man.
Ask the owners of PSG and Man City.
Dude,
Yeah.
these players, dude, the fans are not allowed to drink beer at the
but
games.
they are.
Yeah, money.
They are.
Money can do anything.
They-
these
they-
days.
yeah, just
They
respect
can
the
have
rules.
only
not
certain
go.
areas. It's like
Hey,
oh,
we'll be
certain areas you
we'll be
can
in
do.
USA in
Like
2024. anyway.
players are not allowed to
Oh,
have
2026.
sex. I mean, what the fuck is going on here?
Apparently,
Yeah.
And what makes me laugh is
apparently the
Yeah, you can't have sex in public in a lot of places, Palito, but
Wow,
it's not just a
the land
Qatar
of,
thing, yeah.
buddy. America's the land of the free, my man.
Literally.
I'm pretty
Hey,
sure
we'll
you
be there in
Yeah,
did.
no,
2026.
I'm gonna
Well, yeah,
have
but-
to.
Hey, Carlito, are we not going to talk about what happened last night?
What happened
Land
last
of
night?
the free, you say?
What are you referring to?
Planned Roe v. Wade?
Oh, the abortion.
I'm a liberal, so you know I'm not happy. Okay, period, full stop. So I don't know why you bring this up. This is a football chat, bro, not a political chat.
No, because you said land of the free.
He put his
You
sunnies on
said
too.
land of the free.
Yeah, I was joking, dude.
Well, yeah, obviously they're not free at the moment, but
Jesus Christ, man. This is a
2026
football chat.
2026 will be in the USA. I'm gonna be there. Not like Qatar. I'm not gonna be in Qatar. I don't think anyone's going to Qatar. You have to apply to go to Qatar as well, which is
It's wild.
I don't know
It's
what's up.
wild stuff, man.
So, but World Cup. Speaking about World Cup, it's obviously gonna be fucking garbage in that middle November, December period. Heaps of injuries, heaps of crisis is gonna happen. That's what I say. Yeah, we're getting
No,
a lot
no,
of
no,
players.
no.
I
Look,
think Ampadu. I think Ampadu might come in our team.
Hey, Matt,
Because
let me clarify about
we need to
Qatar,
feel
by
some
the
stuff
way.
out.
Matt, if I may, the reason that I said why are we going to Qatar is because I thought that there was a lot of political corruption that made the deal possible. I'm not shitting on Qatar as a country. No, that's not.
I
what
think
I'm
it's
doing.
quite nice. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing
actual
that. What I'm
fact.
saying, what I'm saying
But
is that there was a
we-
lot
it's-
of corruption with the
Yeah,
deal.
100%. Yeah. It was a
No,
lot
I'm
of-
the country is beautiful. That's not what I was getting at all.
Yeah. Obviously, it shouldn't be at Qatar. To be honest with you, like obviously it was just corruption, the money.
It
and
was
stuff.
just it was a
It's
bribe.
in country.
man.
It's
It was a bribe.
nice.
It was a
They're gonna
bribe.
gain a lot of stuff from that, but
Just a little.
it's just the timing was just shocking. That's why a lot of people just say
and
that.
it
That's
was.
just
And
timing.
it's now we have to do it in the winter because Qatar is super hot in the summer. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's a weird compromise. I don't know why this is happening.
money. Simple.
Money.
No
yeah.
shit.
Simple.
Yeah.
Money, pretty much. What about guys? I want to bring up this article before we wrap up soon. It's about Klaus, whatever his name is.
Klaus,
That
yeah.
Chelsea wants
Santa Claus.
Klaus to replace Aspie. What are we saying about Klaus before we kind of wrap it up? What are we
Reece
saying about Klaus?
James.
Is he in and out?
Reece James back up.
Is he
No,
a
I
right
think-
wing back solid or like is he a right back?
So
There's
it's a
a
good.
chance that Reece James plays right centre back as well.
I really
So
hope it doesn't
Klaus
happen.
has got the most goal involvements of a defender in Europeans' 5 leagues. He has 11 assists and 5 goals.
Matt,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying about Klaus?
What are you saying about it?
Chelsea, get the effing deal done. I'm tired of
Facts.
talking about
Yeah.
people. And he's cheap, isn't he?
Yeah.
We're going to
I
be
think
talking about
14
him
mil.
for another 2 seasons, like we've been talking about Jules Kounde.
And
Get
then
it
price going to
done.
go up and everything. Exactly. Like, that's the same with me. Just like, all right, you want him back up, bring him in, because we just need to get stuff done. As you said, I think it kind of looks like Emerson. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, it doesn't give the same vibes. But Emerson for me,
That'd
I
be good.
don't
Him on the
think will
right,
be
Emerson on the left, just to confuse.
good. He
Have
confuses
you
the
ever played
team.
in a team where 2 twins play? It's pretty crazy.
I've never played that. Hopefully, I don't play that because that would be very confusing. But
Yeah,
I think
have
with
a few times.
Emerson,
It's pretty insane.
I want to go. I want to bring back Emerson. I don't see him. If we really want to strengthen that left side, I wouldn't bring him in. But if
Who?
we're gonna Emerson, but if we're just gonna go for numbers wise, yeah, all right. Let's call him back.
Matt,
We
think
couldn't
about
even call
this.
it
Yeah,
Island
maybe
player
this is
back in
maybe a
January.
better exercise for you, right?
Exercise.
Make
What?
2 teams.
2 teams.
Yeah. So make 2 starting 11s. You can't use the same player twice.
Yeah,
And
but
make
we
2 starting
can't. We
11s.
can't. I don't think we can.
No, actually, here's the exercise. Make 2 teams, and the only way you can use the same player twice in a different position.
What is that supposed to do?
Well, that's the way you should be looking at it. So you said let's not bring Emerson
I
in.
said that.
But
I
if
said
you
that
use Chilwell,
from-
if you take out Chilwell, then who do you bring in?
I said that if we're looking to strengthen that left hand side, we should be going for other players. For me, Cucurella. Hypothetically,
It's
if
not
we're going for
happening.
number wise, yes, let's bring in Emerson. He can clear that space in. But if we
but
really
look
want
at
to
it like this,
strengthen that
mate.
left hand
If
side,
we can save
we need to
money-
bring another player.
If we can have Emerson as a backup and put funds elsewhere, that's very ideal, right? And that's
That
that's
would be
why
good.
I brought up preseason, because if Tuchel can say, well, yeah, I like what Amperu's doing. I can have him as a backup centre back and a backup DM, and so he covers those positions. We don't need money there. We can put money somewhere else, right? I can have Reece James play as a centre back. Let's buy a right wing back, right? Things like that. Even though we don't want that, I'd like to see Reece play right wing back. But I mean, this is the way you're going to look at it. If you're making 2 teams and Tuchel needs 10 positions, for example, right? He's not going to buy 10 players. If you can cover 5, then we can throw money at 5. Some very examples like that.
Yeah,
And the
that's-
more Tuchel can cover, the better players we can go for. So that's how you should look at it. So I know Cucurella sounds great. I mean, Rice in the middle sounds great.
Yeah, really.
You know, Sterling, Dembele, De Ligt. I had to throw the right side of there. No, but see all the players we're linked with and all the players that get hyped behind. I know it's a lot of talk, yeah, and probably none of it could be true. But
The way we're going, we're going to have to do that. What you're saying makes sense,
Yeah.
but we're going to have to anyway.
Yeah, we have to. Obviously, the
Guys,
realistic
check-
standpoint is we have to do that. But looking at it, Cucurella, like obviously that's the dream signing. He can play left wing back. and left centre back.
Matt,
Unfortunately, we're not
you're gonna
get that.
have to drop the Cucurella thing. He's not gonna come to Chelsea. He's
I know
gonna
he's
go
not
to
gonna. I'm
Man
still
City.
hypothetical, but yes, obviously Emerson comes in, fills that spot. No questions asked. We don't need to buy
You
like
guys are
100%.
you guys are
But I'm
wrong.
saying if we want
Yes.
to strengthen it, if we want to strengthen that side, that's what we go for. But
So
obviously,
you go
as I
for
said, we
Born
can't strengthen every side.
Sosa.
But yeah, we're looking at Sosa now. Like again, I don't mind it. Just get it done. Like that's it. If we want to get Emerson, yep, bring him in preseason.
Look,
Let's say we'll keep him.
It's not.
We'll
It's
go for
Matt,
Sosa.
Matt, and everybody else on this panel. It's not like we're not trying to get these deals done.
Obviously, but like, come on, for a guy that we're only interested in.
You
we
guys,
can
you
offer
guys
him-
are doing
player
the whole
wants to leave.
American. Look, there's an American colloquialism that says, the grass is not always greener. You guys are looking at everybody else's grass. You're looking over the fence to another person's yard and saying, "Oh, I'm jealous of Man City. I'm jealous of Liverpool. What's going on here, guys? Let us do our thing. We're late. We're late because the UK government really fucked us. All right, we're late." So you just have to accept it. This is the reality of the situation. Instead of complaining, you have to accept what's going on here. You have
So
to.
you think we come out this end of August and we don't sign this guy Klaus, and then we don't sign Sosa? and we're going to sit and say,
we
guys,
will.
wait. Because this was happening
Matt.
last season. We couldn't get these guys done.
Matt, when does the summer transfer window officially open?
It was open, but the European one opens July 1st.
You're right.
It's
The European one opens July 1st. So technically, all these players we're talking about are still under contract until June 30th. So here's the deal, Matt. We're trying to do this, but again,
However,
you
though,
have to. I mean, please just recognize that we're late. We're late for a reason.
100%.
We're late for a reason.
And yeah, obviously there's a reason to kind of. I'm not saying I want my new
Todd
toy
Bowley
now.
is apparently
I'm
the
not having
fucking
it.
technical
I'm not
director.
having it. I'm sorry. I'm not having it.
You don't
No,
have
no.
to have it, dude. You don't have to have it.
Let me finish.
Go on, Nippon.
I'm sorry, but the European window opens on July the 1st. Tell me how Man City managed to get Holland done then.
Facts.
Tell me how Liverpool managed to get Darwin Núñez done.
Can I answer your question, Nippon? Can I answer your question? Because they were allowed to talk to agents.
So are we. Excuse
we were not. We were quite literally opposed to that.
Well, we
because
can
of
now.
the UK. No. Hold on. These deals are always done in March and April. We were not allowed to do that because your government thought it was necessary to take a cultural artifact and bastardize it and make it look foolish. That's what your government did to our fucking club. Don't get it twisted.
Anyway, as I said, if we're having the same conversation in a month and Jonathan Klaus and Chief Keef's Borna Sosa isn't signed, then I'll be shell-shocked. I'll be shocked. But like even now, like, yes, all right, these guys, we've just heard about this news this week. I'm not saying I want my toy now, but I'm saying if we're having the same conversation in a month, then we're gonna be screaming. But
Yeah.
just seeing any last news before we wrap up soon. We'll finalize from everyone here. Nippon, final thoughts. When are we making our signings? Tell us.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
When are we making our signings?
We have to just do it straight away, man. Come on.
Censored you. They cannot sign players until July 1st. You're right, but however, we can still kind of. Actually, I'll ask this. Same thing with Ousmane Dembele. Like, if he signed the pre-contract as everyone claimed, shouldn't he be coming out like Rudiger came out and said, "Oh yeah, I signed for Real Madrid"? I'm a bit confused why Dembele hasn't done the same thing if he signed a pre-contract already.
Different
why is
player,
that?
different country.
Yeah, but like if he signed a pre-contract and he knows he's joining Chelsea, I know a different player, but if he's so eager, shouldn't he be saying, "Oh yeah, I've joined Chelsea," or "Oh, here we go, should be announced"? Remember, Rudiger, we knew about Rudiger going to Madrid June 2nd.
Yeah,
Like he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm going to join Madrid."
June 2nd of 2020.
Like he's still a Chelsea player now. He's still a Chelsea player now. However,
But it's
he's
a
in
done
Madrid.
deal. That's why they announced it. There's nothing changing it.
But why isn't it the same with
Matt,
Dembele?
we don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry.
We can do it too. We just don't have a deal.
Yeah.
I thought we signed a
So
pre-contract.
regardless if it's open or not,
No,
like,
what
we
Matt
could have
is
we could have had a deal
Matt-
done and announced it early.
What Matt is angling at is that there's a particular account that says these deals are done, and he doesn't like that account. And that's fine.
I do like that account. I do, but I'm just asking the question. Like, I'm a bit confused I'm asking why if this player
Which
signed
account
a
is this, Matt?
pre-contract.
No, if someone's hurting, I want
It
to know.
doesn't. Nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, no. I'm not
If someone's
hating on the
making you
account.
unhappy, Matt, I want to know.
All
Maybe
I'm
we
saying,
can help
I'm
you.
not hating on the account. I'm just saying I'm using their information. They said he signed a pre-contract. If he signed a pre-contract, why isn't he coming out like Rudiger did and go, "Yeah, I've signed for Madrid"? Like, why are we hearing more news about it? If he signed the pre-contract, like, is it correct that he signed a pre-contract? July 13th and July 2nd.
July
that
2nd.
account said he signed.
Sorry,
July
June
2nd. Sorry, June 2nd. They said he signed. June 12th. They said he signed a pre-contract. So it's been 10 days and there's nothing kind of progressed from that. Like, why is that? If it's
Who signed
Grimes,
the
it's Grimes, it's Grimes. Grimes said.
You said
So what
it.
she
I
say
did not
exactly?
say it, man. For the record, I did not say that.
I'm just using her news. Like, I'm just saying, but why isn't he coming out and saying? I'm just asking a question. Like, I'm not coming at it. Like, I'm saying.
So what did Grimes exactly say?
that Dembele signed a pre-contract June 12th. So I'm asking, why doesn't he come out and say like Rudiger did back in June, and like Haaland did and all that, saying, "Oh yeah, I've signed for a new club."
You answered your own question today, right? Because you saw that Barca was going to offer him that deal, right? I think he's waiting
No,
right to
but
the end
I
for
thought you said
Barca
the
to counter
pre-contract.
that pre-contract. No, the pre-contract is something that you can go back on, right? So like even Rudiger could have went back on his contract, but he was dead set, done deal, agreed. Nothing's changing it. You can announce it, right? That's the difference. Where Dembele, and this is what I don't like about what's going on, because I want a player that wants to come to Chelsea. Dembele is kind of like, well, if I can't stay at Barcelona, I'll go to another club,
Yeah,
right?
we're
So
our
he's still
second
set
option.
in Barcelona.
Yeah.
We are his backup, and probably he's waiting for other clubs. Who knows, right? So he's not as keen to come to Chelsea as we all think. And so if Barca
You
don't
see,
come through,
that's what I don't like about players. That they always use
I know.
us as like stepping stone as FC.
Hold
second
on,
choice
you
FC.
guys are assuming these things. You don't know these things. Come on, man. Come on.
And how does Grimes know he signed a pre-contract?
Because
that's what I'm
okay,
saying.
so because she's okay, you know that agents are part of agencies, right? You know, like in America, there's William Morris, there's Clutch, there's CAA, all this stuff. I'm sure that she knows a certain agency that has a certain number of agents that are linked to a certain number of clubs.
Yeah, that's great. I'm not saying she doesn't know that,
that is probably what her link is. I mean, do I know this? No, I've never talked to her.
I'm just saying why. I mean, Declan kind of like said it, but I'm just saying I'm not coming at it. I'm just saying if Dembele, really wanted to come to Chelsea, he would say he would come. I think Declan said that he's actually not as keen now. I think you put that question that yes, he's not keen on joining us 100%. He's more of our backup.
Yeah, I think it's
And
Barca first, and if they don't come through, then it's Chelsea.
I'm sick of players using us as a backup, as a stepping stone.
We just won Champions League. We're not a stepping stone. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. We're one of the biggest clubs in the world.
I know. I wish it was like that, but we're not.
We're not the. You got to take into account. It's not just a club.
Listen.
I'll pull shit.
Go Nippon.
Let's hear Minerals.
I'm just, Nippon says I'm not here for it. Well, guess what? I'm not here for that
people
shit.
People are just using us.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
All the good players were just using us as either stepping stones or because they didn't get a move to their preferred choice.
Is that how you really feel,
That's
Nippon?
just how I feel.
Well, some players
really. Hold on.
No.
I'm gonna press him on this. Nippon, is that how you really feel about those clubs?
Lukaku.
No, that is not what I asked.
Well, let's not bring his
That's how I
name.
feel
Guy's name
sometimes.
should not be said.
No, because you're putting your name on this. Is this how you really feel? That we're a fucking stepping stone? Because
No, that's how
I'm a little pissed that you're saying this.
Look, I could be. I probably am, but sometimes I just feel like people either use us as a stepping stone or just come because the other clubs. Look, everyone's allowed to have their opinion. Sometimes I just.
Well, I think he's right with Dembele though. Like Dembele doesn't want us to an extent. Like he doesn't want. Oh, I'm keen on joining Chelsea. Yes, he goes like, yeah, I'll join Chelsea if Barcelona is giving me my offer. PSG never came for him. They never wanted him. He goes, oh, okay, I'll join Chelsea. That like we're not that club like people would think we are. I think Carly yes, we won the Champions League. That's what I was saying. We won the Champions League.
Matt, can I ask you?
But we're not.
Can I ask you?
This is the point I was trying to make.
Who cares?
No, but it's a fact that it's the club. Of course, the club is we gave a stature, but it's also it's mainly the team and the manager, right? The manager plays a certain way, and that's the relationship with that player, right? Yes. Which is actually good between Dembele and Tuchel, but it's also the what's happening with the team. We're actually a younger team, so younger players will say this is a great place for me to come and develop and become good with the rest of the team. That's why. But someone like Lewandowski, for example, will look at Chelsea and say, well, this team's still growing, probably not the best place, and you'd have to offer Lewandowski a crazy amount of money for him to just come there, because he probably looks at us and said probably not ready for for big games at the moment because of the age group, and that's and it's not just Chelsea. I mean, Arsenal are in that same boat too. They're building a team. It's very young, and some players will look at it. Older players don't want to really go there as such. Even if you want to, it depends on the player as well. It depends on the stature, and a whole bunch of factors. But when a player has a choice, all these factors are taken into account of where the team is at. So you could be a big. So why do you think Man United didn't have a massive pool? Because just so much wrong going on at the moment. It's not as appealing.
Unfortunately, they have the name pool.
They have the name and money, but in terms of players, in terms of what's happening in the team. It's a bit of a mess. I think if they had to pick over, Liverpool will have more people. Clubs might pick Arsenal over Man United. You don't know. So I think there's a lot of other factors for a player that we don't take a lot into account. And even for Dembele, I don't even mind so much that if we are the second choice, but if we. I'd rather have a player that's so keen as well. If we're just Dembele, he's just hanging out right to the end. And if we get him, I think he'll just turn it on. But it just takes away from
All right. Hold on. If a player's
if
you guys are assuming that this is the way the player thinks. None of you know this. This is all conjecture, and I want to make this very clear that none of you know that we're second choice on anybody's list. But hold on. No. You spoke. I'm gonna speak. So,
yeah.
Okay. I don't care if we're second choice. If he comes and we pay him tons of money and he does the business, who gives a shit if we were second choice? Because at the end of the day, this is not about a report card. This is about a score line. That's it. There are no asterisks in life, only fucking scoreboards. And if we win and he does great, I don't care if we were fifth choice. Doesn't matter to me.
Of course. So what we do know, you know how you say
if we are second choice, he won't perform.
I don't think that's
I think but that's trust. That's about trust. That's about trust. And if you pay enough money, players will perform. Unless your name is Neymar and you take 6 months off every 6 weeks off every April for your sister's birthday. It's apparently 6 weeks long. That's why I don't want Neymar. But other than Neymar, if you get paid enough money, they will perform. That's a trust thing that you have to do with any employee in any business.
Yeah. Well, Khalida, what we do know is that Dembele is waiting to the end.
Yes, he is. 100% he is. But he also
that's
said
where we
he would.
can.
Yeah, but he said he would.
I know. So you can probably assume from that, right? That's the only thing we do know, right? And the only reason he would wait for that long is because he's assessing a lot of his options, and you could say maybe we're in, maybe we're not in for him. But let's say that it's been pretty clear that we are in for him, right? And there's probably other clubs, and Barca actually are out and want to keep him as well. And he's been more vocal that he wants to stay at Barca, right? So we can from that amount of information, we can gather that we are probably second choice because he's waiting right till the end to see what Barca does. I think we do have a contract there that sounds good, that is better than Barca's deal, and I think he's waiting right till the end to see if Barca match what he wants, or they can come to some agreement. And if not, then I think he comes to Chelsea, and I think that's the delay. I think that's why we're going to wait all the way till the end of his contract.
If he signs on July 1, will you still feel this way when he does?
No. So I don't think that because we're second choice.
So then what are we talking about, man? Come on.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I was saying that's the way we're being looked at.
I don't care how we're being looked at because everyone was so mad when we won Champions League. They're like, well, they're undeserving. Guess what? We still won it. Yeah. So I don't give a fuck what everybody else thinks. I don't care. I just don't.
I know we won, but we didn't get that recognition. We didn't get that. Oh, they won the Champions League.
No.
I'm gonna join them now.
I saw that goal, and then I saw Pep's face, and that's the only thing that I need to see. So it's the only validation.
We won it, but we didn't receive the recognition from other players, even other clubs. They won the Champions League.
I don't need validation from fans.
We do in the sense of transfers.
Matt,
we
please
don't have that pool. We don't have that.
But I
pull.
need to ask you this question: do you really need validation from Ty at AFTV? Do you
No,
really?
I don't care about the fans. The fans I'm talking about the players themselves. Like they go, oh wow, like Chelsea, oh Champions League winners. Oh, they don't think that when they're joining us, like when we won it. They go, oh, they're a good squad here and there, but they're not looking. We don't have that.
Hazard
pull.
literally tweeted that before he signed with us.
Okay, oh my god. Obviously, it's in 2012, 2011, but look at it now. We don't have that strength, that pull anymore.
Until we do, man.
Obviously, we have a little bit of it. Like it's obviously like it doesn't come and go, but like you look at Madrid's pull, PSG, we're not at that level. We're nowhere
Right,
near
but
that
I
PSG
have
because
to
obviously the money
ask you:
spending.
do you think that these things are cyclical, or do you think that Chelsea should always be the best team in the world all the time?
No, obviously not. They shouldn't.
What's going on here is symptomatic of what's going on all over the world in other spheres of life. The media has a lot of say in how people think, especially young people that haven't seen the bigger scope of things.
Yes.
There is no player out there right now in modern European football that would not want to play for Chelsea. So
Thank
get that out
you,
of
for
your head.
fuck's
The
sake.
rest of
Thank
all
you.
of
Thank
No,
you.
but
All
over a
this-
team
let
like
me finish,
Madrid
let me
and
just finish.
PSG,
I've not
Gotta
said
pick them.
anything at the moment. All this that we're talking about is propaganda. This is what they're pushing out there. And this is what you guys are swallowing. It's nonsense. If maybe Dembele said, oh, I've just got married, my wife's in Barcelona, we're about to have a kid, let's think about it. Maybe it might be best for us to say. That's how his mind will think, no more, no less. But when the time comes and once the decision is made for them to move, they'll move. Look, let me tell you what the big appeal of places like Barcelona and Real Madrid are like. It's playing football in a weaker league in the sun for big money. That's the attraction, nothing else. It's got nothing to do with how many trophies they won. Players don't give a shit about what you won before. They want to be a part of what you win when they're there. That's what they're looking for. So, we get dragged into... Let me tell you something. These media people are fans themselves. Some of them are on the books of these clubs. Oh, don't you believe it? Look,
I'm with
like
hey,
Johnny,
buddy. I am with you 100% with everything you're saying. You know
when
that.
people like Johnny call some of these guys brown envelopes, he's not kidding. He's not kidding at all. And I know exactly what he means. I've seen it. So let's not worry too much. Just like the guy that said, look, if the guy signs, he signs. He's with us. Forget the noise. There's a lot of sort of noise these days.
Yeah.
People think the louder they shout, the more right they are. Whereas in truth, you're just making noise. Trouble is, a lot of people listen to the noise rather than just see the reality. The reality is, if he's coming to Chelsea, he will come. If he isn't, he won't. Now, whether he's signed a contract, I don't believe he has signed a contract. Because just like, I've forgotten who raised this point, I think, yet again, we were quite nobbled by the government. We were in a bizarre situation where
Carlito
government
made that point.
comes and disadvantages a team for other teams. It just made me realize, wow. So we've got some football fans in Westminster pulling some of these strings here, and no wonder we're in such a mess if they're focused so much on football. Do you know what I mean? It's a scary thought. Wow, you guys think so much about football to this extent, but it's happened. It's happened.
Look, I have to piggyback on that because it was just so bizarre to me. I'm an American, obviously, as you can hear
it's
from
a
my
strange
accent.
situation.
It was
Scary situation for us.
It's just so bizarre. I've never seen anything like that. It's never happened in my country. Ever.
Yeah.
By the way, it wouldn't be allowed in my country because the people that want to get elected, they're in districts that have football teams and basketball teams, and if that were to happen, they would never get elected. So,
well, the horrible thing about it, or the scariest thing about it, is that for people in the seat of power that we have trusted to navigate our economics and our well-being, being so focused on football, that is a scary thought and an indictment. And maybe we should all be looking at who we've put there, because what they've done to Chelsea is bizarre.
It's just, I mean, like, dude, it's a not just a cultural icon and landmark. It's also an economy. It's an
Well, of course.
economy.
Well, Chelsea Football Club is one of the biggest English football institutions.
I mean,
It
come
is
on,
an
man.
institution.
There are like thousands of people that depend on this because it's their job. Their job, dude.
Yeah, it's
They
crazy.
literally work. So the other thing I want to say is, and
Crazy,
I
man.
do want to just finish on this point. I don't like how Chelsea fans are disparaging the name of this club. This club is enormous, and I don't like how Bavs at Arsenal says, "Oh, we're massive, dude." Any club in London is massive, but Chelsea, dude, Chelsea has cachet. This is a real club, and you guys, I just don't like the negativity surrounding this club. I think it's bullshit. I think
They
that
swallow
you're
the
right.
propaganda.
Well,
You
no,
see,
dude,
this
you're
is
right.
a sad
No.
thing.
Well, no, the thing is that the journalists, they're definitely shitting on Chelsea because it's fashionable and it gets more clicks, and people love to shit on this club because we've had a Russian oligarch that's the owner for the last 20 years because it's easy. It's an easy target.
and they're
But at
paid
the
to
end of the
do
day, but at the end of the day, it's still a really big club, and I'm tired of the negativity. And this is why I came on to Matt's stream. I love Matt. Matt's great. I love his point of view. Him and I are different, but we still, we have the same attitude about this club. I love this club, and I'm fucking tired of the negativity. You guys can stop with the negativity.
You have to understand that, a lot of these guys, when they watch Chelsea matches and things, there are very few media outlets to do that. And, you have to switch on to, people like Sky, and they bombard the club with negative aspersions and try to minimize the club's achievements. I mean, Liverpool were doing a blooming open bus parade for what? A couple of domestic cups. You know what I mean? They made it look like they had won the World Cup, and Chelsea have actually won the flipping World Cup and the Champions League. And you see, but they won't put that level of attention on us. And when you have a young group of people seeing this and not being able to get away from it, it eventually gets to them, and then they start looking at the club like they want you to look at them. Whereas in truth, Chelsea Football Club is a super club. When I say
100%.
super, I mean super in terms of its strength, in terms of its meaning, in terms of its history, in terms of its culture to the game and to the English culture. We are a gem. We are a pride of this nation. But there are those that want to diminish it because they're scared that we've risen from. If you look at the history of Chelsea, we have a history. But the thing is that our success was sporadic. It wasn't consistent. And then Roman came and made our success consistent and repetitive. Yeah. And it frightened the living daylights out of the normal, the normal order. Which
right, but tell them why. Tell them why that is. Why were they frightened? Because you have Manchester United, you have Liverpool, right? And back in the day, Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. Leeds and Arsenal. Well, let's not get carried away. But
give them
this is the order.
The Arsenal slander.
But Nippon loves it. But here's the thing: when you come in and you disrupt, everyone freaks the fuck out.
Yep.
That's it. That's what we did.
Trouble is, because for some reason, I think also Roman Dean, who he was, had something to do with it.
Oh, don't kid yourself. It had everything to do with it. Come on.
Because Man City,
it had everything to do with it.
Man City has disrupted the order, but they're more accepted than Chelsea ever was. And I think Man City is worse because the human rights abuses they're linked with, in terms of their ownership, the amount of financial doping, it's horrible.
Well, even more than that,
financial doping too with Roman, though.
Yeah, but we didn't get away with it.
No, we weren't funded by a nation state. We were funded by one person, not a nation state. One person. There is a profound disparity between us and Man City. Please recognize that.
We'll finalize on this. I want to finalize on this quickly. It's been a great conversation. I want to finalize on Phillips. And why did Manchester City go for Phillips and not Basmati? I thought Declan Rice is the better CDM.
You guys don't like him, do you? You guys don't like Calvin Phillips.
Phillips is cheaper, and it's easier to get. And
Yeah.
also, who knows what they know that we don't know about Chelsea's negotiations about
That's a great
Phillips,
signing.
about Declan Rice.
Yeah.
We've heard that they've told us that he's not for sale, but, where have we heard that before?
If Manchester City wanted him, they will go for him, but they've obviously preferred a cheaper option. I think
Yeah,
Phillips
because they've
is a
got to
great
watch their
signing.
weight.
Isn't Phillips going to be depth?
Yes.
For them, depth, yeah.
Because he's not
I think
right.
it's
He's
great
not
signing
right.
So why
for
would
them.
they? So why
No,
would they
but
go for
I
Rice? Someone they
was
want
just saying
as.
a joke. I was just saying a joke. Like, no team's going
So,
for
well,
Rice,
Delict
but
being the
us.
next Jack Rodwell. That's exactly what he is.
I think it's a great sign. They signed from
And he's real
trying to
injury
sign
prone
for
too.
cheap.
He's going shown that.
Yeah, that's the only thing. He got injured just before, just recently, just for England, and then Basmati came on. But I think Basmati. I don't know. We'll see what happens if we ever sign him for £600 million, £100 million, whatever else we're signing for.
I thought
Yeah.
Nini said it was a done deal,
Done
man.
deal. Yeah, I don't know, Nini. I don't know. Nini. is
Hello,
hard
guys. This is Blue Lions TV.
No, Nini slender, yeah.
No. He's funny. No, he's good.
No, it's
he does
funny.
it-
He just loves Lampard a bit too much.
No, he does.
And he
I'm
makes the
kidding.
voice.
With everybody, he does a good job. Come on.
No, he's good, but it's not done yet. Hopefully, we'll see. But we'll end the stream here. It's been 2 hours here. Appreciate Nippon driving. Hano, we'll get Hano's quick review because he joined late. I'll get Hano's quick review thoughts on De Ligt because I don't want to get into a big conversation about this because they're going to soon. But Hano is the De Ligt out. Hano, come and explain why.
No.
Okay. Yeah. He is. I think I compare him to what Kepa has done. Like Kepa was good when he went to
Kepa.
to
How did
Chelsea.
Kepa come into this?
The left,
Matt loves Kepa.
yeah, I know.
He's a big Kepa guy.
Yeah, but Kepa did good when he came to Chelsea. The led did good, but as soon as something bad happened, it was a downward spiral. And same with the lid. And I don't know if. And luckily, Kepa, Tuchel came and took him out of that hole. But I don't know if that happens to the lid. Yeah, Chelsea. Can he pick himself up again? That's my worry. And I still think he's not. I think he's overhyped. Honestly, I don't think he's as good as everyone thinks. That's my thoughts on the lid.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Have you watched him play?
He's amazing.
Because I have, and I think he's wow.
I mean,
levels.
he is a comprehensive player. Holy shit, is he good?
He's levels.
Yeah, man.
But I get it. I we all have our opinions.
No.
But
Look, I think what the person is saying is that under Sarri there was a little apprehension there, and I get that. But he was also 20 years old, so I mean, I think that if Tuchel sees something in him, we should trust the manager because this manager is amazing. And I also see it. I mean, I used to coach. I know what I see when I watch football. This player is worth it.
Yes, 100%.
How
Matthijs De
many
Ligt.
you
Oh my
guys
god.
think we were getting for what is his
70.
price?
70.
Hopefully,
Or
we-
he's
we-
not the
we-
finished
we-
article yet. He
No.
isn't. He's not the finished article. But boy, will he soon become it when he gets to Chelsea.
Yeah.
I hope he's winning that deal because that would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. deal.
I think it'll be something. But I also think that because there's so much chatter around it, I definitely think it's happening.
I mean, we're the only club interested, remember. So if you guys don't know, he had the fallout with Juventus.
Yeah.
He had a fallout.
Yes, you
We're
see,
the only club interested.
that's
Guys,
why I'm a bit iffy about that because
Why?
because Liverpool aren't in for him, City aren't in for him, Madrid aren't
They've
in for
all
him.
got enough centre.
But they don't need him.
Yeah.
Well, Nippon, do you need that requirement in order for us to be interested as a validation?
No one was in.
Come
Actually, I was
on,
there.
man.
Never. I don't agree with
Look.
that because, like, Nippon, City and Liverpool, they already have enough centre backs. They don't need any more.
And that's
The
why
list
it's
has a-
more
But I
like.
You
just
know,
find
one
it
of the
kind of
things-
worrying that we're the only club in for him.
Yeah,
It's
because
because
We were the
we're
only
the
club
only
in
ones.
for
I'm
pretty sure that's not the
South.
case.
It's absolutely not the case. We're just the most interested, and we have the most money.
and the
need
bigger
him, like-
need. We
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
lost 2 big centre backs.
I mean, it is public knowledge that Chelsea needs defenders. This is
Yeah.
why it's
Yeah.
the biggest story. Come on, man. I
Public-
don't look. And by the way, look, I don't need validation for Liverpool or Man City, man. I just
Yeah,
don't.
it's not for
Come
defenders.
on,
Since when have we
bro.
ever needed that?
I've
Yeah.
And you know,
never,
another thing I like
I've
about
needed,
the
never needed validation from a single person in my life. I'm an asshole all on my own.
You know, another thing I like about De Ligt, he will bring that Rudiger type of
Yeah.
shit that
Better,
shithouse
better.
guy back, man.
Yes.
He's a
Yes.
no nonsense, strong. Who would? I mean, nah. How can you even think that this guy shouldn't be at Chelsea? He is exactly what we need.
Because
I would
bro,
go
I
for
think
him
Bobby-
ahead of Koulibaly.
People look at it, and I said he's an old school defender. He does those risky tackles. He goes in. He's a different defender from the modern one. Who they're more calm. They're more good on the ball. Like a Kounde. Kounde is a modern defender, and there's nothing wrong with modern defender, but the old school defender has something in them, and they're just so different from the modern defender. I think a lot of people don't like the old school, but I love it.
We need
Matt-
that from our left and right defenders.
Yeah, Matt. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, Matt, I'm kind of tired of one of our center backs having the bubble guts every other game. I'm just
Not
sometimes.
Richardson.
Honestly, you know what? Sometimes you need a motherfucker, and
Yeah.
this guy
Yes.
is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he's gonna fight. He's a fighter. And
a massive upgrade. from
you
Cena.
can have the finesse around you, but you still need that guy. That guy that's gonna go to war.
Bro, here's
And
the other
that's
thing.
Matthijs de Ligt.
He has finesse too. It's
Well,
not that he's
exactly.
just an asshole. He's got finesse too.
Yeah.
He's like I said, he's a comprehensive footballer. This guy's great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go out for a little period or having a baby for 9 months. This is a real player. He's not gonna be like.
Oh man, I gotta take a poop. I can't play. Oh my god, come on, bro.
I can't believe people actually Lewis. Like, I don't know like. I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you guys only had one choice, who are you going with, Kounde or De Ligt? One.
Ooh.
Delete.
See, I'll go with
100%.
Kounde. I love Kounde as well. I love both these guys, but I think Kounde.
I think we've got to go with both of them.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they bring different things.
Yeah, exactly. They're two different players. But you know what the thing with Kounde is also a player who wants to win. Remember when he threw the ball at that Barcelona player because they were wasting
Awesome.
time? Like,
Awesome.
again,
Kounde is
that's what we
good.
need.
He's a fighter.
I'm gonna go on a
but-
whim, Matt, and
But he
think that
doesn't
every
have the
player wants to win.
physicality of De Ligt. De Ligt is a fighter and is a big dude.
No Matt slander. No Matt slander.
Okay. No, declared you're wrong. Not every single player wants to win.
Hey
Richardson
Matt,
never wins.
by the way, this is why you need a panel instead of you just answering questions. It needs to be you with a bunch of guys talking shit. This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Declared, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
No, that was
That's
so
funny.
fucking funny. Hey Matt, everybody wants to win, dude. No shit.
No, she wants to win, but I'm saying, like, he really fights to win.
It was just
dude.
a hunch. I had this hunch feeling that
Guys, sorry, I really have to go.
Yeah, me
But yeah,
too.
we're gonna end it,
Bobby,
man.
it's always good
Yeah, I
hearing
love
from
you,
you,
brother.
man.
Big up, Bobby.
Declared, everyone. See you later.
Yeah,
Take
I gotta
care,
go
buddy.
too. I'm
Big
gonna
up.
go get some breakfast. All right,
Yeah,
fellas.
minerals,
yeah.
Toledo.
But you were ending it soon anyway. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, thanks for the link, man. It was very funny. I enjoyed it.
No problem. We'll definitely begin doing this more
Take it as
often.
a cousin.
Yeah, see it.
Now we'll wrap it up here anyway. It's been 2 hours. We're gonna keep going. Big up to Nippon, Hanno, and Declared in the chat, and the panel supported
Big up.
for the stream. So I appreciate everyone joining. We'll roll the outro, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, guys. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining. Big up.